Happy holidays and welcome to this bowl preview special edition of More Sports and Less Levine. I'm Dave Bacon from the Presque Isle Downs Casino Sportsbook, the Bet America Sportsbook here in Erie, Pennsylvania. And for the next half hour, we'll take an in-depth look at some of the bowl games that are going on this bowl season, including the big one, the college football playoff semifinal game between the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Clemson Tigers. Of course, Ryan Day, first-year head coach of the Buckeyes, realizes that the Clemson Tigers will present a unique challenge in the CFP semifinal game.
Yeah, no, right after the game, after we got done with the selection show, Joe loaded up my iPad full of film, and when I was on the plane or in the hotel room, we had time, was watching film and trying to get ahead, and so was the staff. But that's not easy to do when you're out there recruiting and you're just running from place to place and airport to airport, and like you said, award show to award show. But you just do the best you can with it. You're not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. You wish you had another week, but they don't either. So they're dealing with the same situation. So, again, we just want to maximize it the best we can and handle it better than they do.
Second last thing here is they have two games on Chase now where he's been okay, but not like he was earlier in the season, at least to our eyes. What can you do differently with Chase and moving forward here into this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's all kinds of different things you can do, but at the end of the day, if they really want to slide and chip and put three guys on them, then it's going to be hard, and that's where the other guys have to step up. But again, anytime they decide to do something like that and put extra resources into stopping Chase, they're giving up something else. And so, our defensive staff will be looking at that and try to figure out, how we can get a schematic advantage.
Did you do that early in the season and just didn't have the personnel, or is this sort of just the last two-game phenomenon, or surprised it didn't happen earlier?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. I think they had a year's worth of film, and I think that they did a good job scheming it. But then also, those are good teams now. They're top 10 teams with good players, and so I think it's a combination of two of those things.
You said it's game week. Is the game plan in on Clemson?
That's this week. So today is like a typical Tuesday practice for us. So Tuesday's first, second down, Wednesday's third down red zone, and then Thursday's kind of our polish. So we're into a Tuesday right now.
You were in the room when Joe Burrow made that speech, and as a result of what he said about Athens and Southeast Ohio, I'm seeing on Twitter he's raised like $60,000 at food pantries, etc. He took that thing to a whole new level, did he not?
Yeah.
Beyond in his response. How you've talked about him ad nauseum, but
right.
It was damn impressive.
To be there and to experience that was one of those things. I'll remember till I'm 80 years old. That was as cool a night and moment as I've ever been around, because if you know Joe, although he thought that out, that was just him being himself. And for him to go through what he's been through, play the way he's played, see the emotion of what this has meant to him and his family, unbelievable. You talk about class, there's not a classier guy out there. And I was just humbled to be in the room and just be a part of his journey.
So Ryan Day and the Buckeyes getting ready for their matchup in the Fiesta Bowl with the Clemson Tigers. Time for us to step aside, take a quick timeout. When we return, we will talk both college football playoff semifinal games. A preview coming up when More Sports and Less Levine returns.
Ring in the new year at Presque Isle Downs Casino. Countdown to 2020 with fun giveaways and big winning. Then at 10 p.m., Churchill's Bourbon and Brew will be rocking with Erie's Big Three, featuring the M80's Tito Bongiorno, Geek Army's Terry Wood, and Earthquakers' Marty Coe with the Geek Army Band playing everyone's favorites. Tickets available at the door or at ticketweb.com. Plus, at 9 p.m., we've got our free New Year's Eve dance party downstairs and a special buffet. Presque Isle Downs Casino, winning any way you look at it.
Welcome back to More Sports and Less Levine, the College Football Bowl Special Preview. I'm Dave Bacon from Presque Isle Downs Casino, the Bet America Sportsbook out here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Well, it's the national semifinals college football playoffs. 4 teams still alive for that hope of being called the national champions this year. All season long, Dabo Swinney made a big deal how he felt his Clemson Tigers were being disrespected in the process because they were ranked so low. Well, turns out that the Clemson Tigers, the 3 seed, out of the 4 teams that are still in it for the national championship, they're actually the favorites as they get ready to play the number 2 seed, the Ohio State Buckeyes. So it's actually the Fiesta Bowl, and Clemson favored by 1.5. The over-under on the Bet America Sportsbook, 63, so expecting a high game. Now, Ohio State has won each and every game this season by double figures. Clemson really good under Dabo Swinney in the postseason, 8-2 in 10 postseason games. And the Buckeyes hoping this is not a repeat of 2016 when they were dominated and shut out by Clemson. A couple of really good quarterbacks in this one. Trevor Lawrence, 8 straight games with 3 touchdowns. But look at Justin Fields. That is ridiculous. 40 touchdowns to just 1 interception. Great decisions by the quarterback for Ohio State. And Chase Young is just a nightmare. He leads all of college football, 16.5 sacks on the year. But the first semifinal game will be the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. LSU, a huge favorite, favored by 13.5 over Oklahoma, and the over-under way up there at 75.5. Both of these teams averaging over 43 points a game on the year. LSU's starting running back suffered a hamstring injury last week in practice, and a couple of guys for Oklahoma have been suspended after failing drug tests, including one of their starting defensive end and a couple of skill position guys as well. A couple of big-name guys to keep an eye on as well. Joe Burrow, 2019 Heisman Trophy winners, quarterback for LSU. He has had a great year, and Lamar Chase has been outstanding as his favorite receiver, almost 1,500 yards receiving this year. And, of course, Jalen Hurts on the other side. Plenty of experience in these college football playoff semifinal games. His last 3 were with the Alabama Crimson Tide. So obviously the 2 winners of the semifinal game will meet for the national championship in college football this year. We're going to take a quick time out. On the other side of the break, Jennifer C., marketing director here at Presque Isle Downs Casino, will join us to tell us about a huge New Year's Eve bash going on out here in Erie, Pennsylvania. More sports and less Levine. The Bowl Preview Edition will be back after this timeout.
Get your garage ready for the holidays.
We had some cracks in the floor. We needed to enhance the beauty of it. That's when we called Nature Stone.
Nature Stone corrects uneven concrete, so you don't have to worry about tripping or slipping. And with Russell's Promise, our true unconditional warranty, you will never have to replace your garage floor again. For a limited time, get Nature Stone installed now and pay nothing until next year. Payments as low as $99 a month. No interest, no down payment. Schedule your free cost estimate easily online today. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone.
Welcome back to this special edition of More Sports and Less Levine. I'm Dave Bacon from Presque Isle Downs Casino, and we are pleased to be joined by the marketing director here at Presque Isle, Jennifer C. And Jennifer, some big things happening in a little over a week, New Year's Eve. Tell us a little bit about what's going on and the things that are going on here at the casino and the racetrack.
Well, welcome back. New Year's Eve for us is always a big party. I mean, we have things going on from 11 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock in the morning. So it really is an all-day opportunity for players to come in. They can win big free play and cash prizes from 11 to 11. We have, in the buffet, we have a huge New Year's Eve spread that is to die for. And that goes on from like 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 2 in the morning. So we want to take care of all those late night folks too. And then we also have a dance party. It's all Mardi Gras themed. We've got ice luges, loads of fun. DJ comes in, party all night. That's from like 9 until 2 in the morning. And it's a free event for anybody over 21. And then upstairs, of course, we have our big New Year's Eve party that starts at $10, $20. We have a live band upstairs. Erie's Big 3. It's going to be a great party. People can get their tickets at Ticketmaster. And honestly, it's probably one of the biggest parties around.
The other thing is plenty of gaming opportunities as well, where you're giving away the ability to win free gaming things pretty much all night long.
Oh my gosh, that starts at 11 in the morning with our Minute Madness. All you have to do is use your card, We've got bonus free play and match play all day long, and the action is really on the casino floor. So we just want everybody to have a good time. If you're not going upstairs for the entertainment, there's still ways to win downstairs too.
Other thing is the Bet America Sportsbook is open for all the college bowl games as well.
Absolutely. We're going to be out here watching and rooting on a few of our favorites as well.
And again, it starts at 11 in the morning. And what do you suggest if people are is it an all-day thing?
It really is an all-day thing. And if they want, we have plenty of hotels that we partner with, and they can go to our website, presqueisledowns.com, click on the link, and they have New Year's Eve specials all throughout our region.
The other thing is the buffets. Tell them some of the things that are going to be involved in the buffets, because the food's really good.
Oh my gosh, it is, carved ham, all your traditional, New Year's Eve food, and it's just going to be a big party all day long, and that's what we're looking forward to the most.
Mardi Gras theme as well, some of the things that are going on with that?
Mardi Gras themed in the Mutuals area. We actually clear out all the betting terminals and we convert it into a nightclub. And you'll see ice luges that some of our local vendors sponsor, and it's a blast.
Again, that's New Year's Eve, Presque Isle Downs Casino. Party starts at 11, goes until 2 a.m. 11 in the morning.
11 in the morning.
Till 2 a.m., Presque Isle Downs Casino, New Year's Eve. On the other side of break, we're going to talk about some of those New Year Days bowls games that you can wager on here at the Bet America Sportsbook. I tell you all the time about the 50 state-of-the-art kiosks where it's touchscreen betting. We'll show you some of those coming up on the other side of break. More sports and Les Levine special edition from Presque Isle Downs Casino will continue after this timeout.
As a kid growing up, my dream was to go to college, play baseball, and get a degree. Coming out of high school, I had two choices. I was accepted into a four-year university, but I decided to come to Tri-C after receiving a scholarship. I got my associate's degree at Tri-C. They transferred all my credits straight into Baldwin-Wallace, so I started at Baldwin-Wallace University as a junior. My name is Tyler Leonard, and I earned my first degree at Tri-C.
Welcome back to More Sports and Les Levine, a bowl preview special edition from Presque Isle Downs Casino in Erie, Pennsylvania, the Bet America Sportsbook. Only 4 New Year's Day bowl games this year, but some intriguing matchups nonetheless. Most intriguing, Alabama taking on Michigan. Nick Saban is used to being in the college football playoff. Not this year. He gets to face the Michigan Wolverines and Jim Harbaugh. It's the Citrus Bowl, and Alabama still favored by 7. The over-under, 59. Now, the last time Alabama was not in the college football playoffs, they lost their bowl game 45-31 to Oklahoma as a 16-point favorite. Michigan Wolverines are 0-16 straight up in their last 16 as an underdog. A couple of guys to keep an eye on. Shea Patterson, over 300 yards in 3 straight games. Najee Harris for Alabama, 13 total touchdowns the last 6 games, and Mac Jones making his 3rd start at quarterback in place of the injured Tua. Moving on to the Outback Bowl, Auburn, a 7-point favorite over the Minnesota Golden Gophers, the over-under 53. Big Ten teams are just 1-6 against the spread as underdogs when facing the SEC. PJ Fleck, 6-2-1 against the spread in his last 9 games with the Golden Gophers. A couple of guys to keep an eye on. Bo Nix, the quarterback for Auburn, just 1 turnover in his last 6 games. And Minnesota has a couple of wide receivers who are flat out getting it done. Each over 1,100 yards and 11 touchdown receptions on the year. In the Rose Bowl, Wisconsin, a 2.5-point favorite over Oregon. The over-under on that one, 51.5. And Wisconsin has been getting it done in bowl games. 4-0-1 versus the spread in their last 5 bowl games. Pac-12, not so good. Oregon's conference, 4-12 straight up in bowl games the last 2 years. There are a couple of guys to keep an eye on in this one. Jonathan Taylor, running back for Wisconsin, over 1,900 rushing yards in each of his last 3 seasons. And for Oregon, C.J. Verdell, 208 yards, 3 touchdowns in the Pac-12 title game against a really good Utah defense. And finally, the Sugar Bowl, Georgia, 6.5-point favorite over Baylor. The over-under 41 in this game. Georgia will be missing 3 starting offensive linemen in this game. 1 academically ineligible, 2 sitting out because they're getting ready for the NFL draft. Matt Rule, head coach over at Baylor, 18-8 after a rough start to his career there in 2017, has gotten the Bears on track. A couple of guys to keep an eye on. DeAndre Swift, he is waiting to announce his status in 2020 until after this bowl game, running back for the Georgia Bulldogs. And then cornerback Grayland Arnold for Baylor has 5 interceptions in his last 5 games. He will present a challenge for the quarterback from Georgia, Jake Fromm. So those are the 4 New Year's Day bowl games this year, and we want to remind you that you can wager on each and every one of those here at Presque Isle Downs and Casino, the Bet America Sportsbook, 50 state-of-the-art kiosks where you can do touchscreen wagering throughout the casino. And on the other side of the break, we'll come and show you just how easy it is to use these touchscreen betting machines here at Presque Isle Downs and Casino.
National Holidays expert Mary here with a list of holidays you won't want to miss. Get your Ohio Lottery Merry Million scratch-offs for National Donut Day, National Have a Party with Your Bear Day, Pickle Day, National Unique Talent Day, Take a Hike Day, and America's favorite, National Jukebox Day. Every day is a reason to celebrate. Grab a Merry Millions and other Ohio Lottery holiday scratch-offs today.
Welcome back to More Sports and Less Levine, the Bowl Preview Special Edition from Presque Isle Downs and Casino, the Bet America Sportsbook here in Erie, Pennsylvania. And here is the state-of-the-art kiosks that I keep talking about each and every week. Down here, you can insert your cash, and it's just like a vending machine, and it ends up as a touchscreen betting bonanza for you. I've called up football on the side. You have all the sports: football, basketball, baseball, soccer, hockey. You can bet on soccer, darts, all kinds of things. Rugby if you want to go crazy. I've called up the college football because this is the bowl preview edition. And you see right here, Clemson and Ohio State. They list the kickoff time. Buckeyes currently a 2-point underdog. They're listed on the bottom. They're the second seed, so they're by rights the home team against the 3rd seed. But Clemson is the 3rd seed, 2-point favorites. You see the money line, you see the futures line, you see the over-under 63, and all kinds of stuff going on. All you do is you click on it. So I want to bet the Ohio State Buckeyes. It comes up. I can place my bet. I take the Buckeyes, +2. You see the money line is -112, so you got to bet $112 to win 100. You place your bet. You can put the amount in, and then you place your wager. It is touchscreen. It is that easy. There are 50 of these throughout the casino floor. You can walk in. They have 4 of them right at the door. Walk in, walk out. Again, you just insert your money. Touchscreen, a couple of touches. You place your bet. It prints you out a ticket. If you're a winner, you come back and you cash the ticket. It is that easy. Well, we want to thank all of the folks here at Presque Isle Downs and Casino for allowing us to come out here and tape our bowl preview special. Remember, legalized sports wagering right here at Presque Isle Downs and Casino, the Bet America Sportsbook, just a little over an hour away from downtown Cleveland. It is literally right off of I-90, 27 miles into Pennsylvania. That'll do it. Stay tuned. Les Levine will be back tomorrow night for another edition of More Sports and Less Levine. Have a great holiday, everybody, and stay safe. We'll see you again on More Sports and Less Levine.